Here's a pair of pants that have been patched and patched and patched.
This probably you could sell it to John Paul Gaultier for about $1,000.
Well, to tell you the truth, like Ralph Lauren buys a lot of these.
For inspiration?
For inspiration, and also for the really, really high-end stuff, they'll actually buy it and reuse it.
Yeah, because you can say there's actually antique fabrics that are being
Right.
used.
So the first thing you do is you patch everything. That's called boro.
Bodo.
And this is a boro kimono
Wow.
with hundreds and hundreds of patches.
The kimono as workwear.
As, yeah, everyday workwear, trying to stay warm. Material is really expensive. You know, you can't afford many kimono. There's a story recently I read about even samurai class, lower class samurai girl. She had one kimono between the ages of 13 and 17. So she's wearing one kimono for 4 years, and this is for the top class of society. This is the same sort of thing. This is a kid's kimono, but just patches. After you get done with something like this, if you've worn it out past that point where you can't do anything else with it, you can take that material and you rip it up into little threads, and then you can reweave it into something like this. So a piece like that can be reborn into something like this.
So this is Japanese recycling gone wild.
Here, but also in this case, it's really beautifully decorative. This is sakiori, and this is sashiko. Rag weave, and then stitching, basically quilting.
Side by side, so you get this variation in texture.
Yeah.
This is a textile weaver's dream, isn't it?
Japanese are some of the best textile people in the world. So the chances of finding something like this are much rarer than finding fine silk kimono, which most people would keep and they hold on to.
So this is the fireman's outfit?
It's a fireman's hanten, fireman's coat, and it's basically 3 layers of cotton that are hand stitched together, and then they'd wet that down, and because it was wet, when the embers landed on you, you wouldn't actually catch on fire yourself.
You said something about fighting the fire downwind, right?
Well, yeah, you didn't fight the fire directly because they didn't have enough water pressure to actually do that. So they would go downwind from the fire, and anywhere where small embers were floating in the wind and they'd land on something like this, which was like a shoji door.
Yeah.
So if a little ember lands on that, it's going to catch on fire. So you want to get rid of anything like that. A tile roof's not going to be a problem, and big logs aren't going to be a problem that build the house. But if you have a little window like that, you need to tear that out and make sure that it doesn't catch on fire or catch the rest of the house on fire. The firemen would be wearing these outfits, and they would go downwind from the fire. They'd use a tool like this and knock everything out. For getting those windows out, you know, putting them in a pile someplace where they can burn safely, or, you know, wetting them down.
Dane?
Owen,
a proprietor?
that's right.
Shibui Antiques in Vinegar Hill.
Vinegar Hill, Brooklyn, New York.